dear FlossTube. We are here today at my house, and we are going to catch you up, show you some WIPs, and very little bit of haul, not very much. We were busy with Christmas and families and such, but we are thankful to be able to get together.
Yeah.
And we're going to follow up at the end with a WIP parade, which I think Linda is going into 2026 with more than she's ever
had. I normally have, but not near as many as Chrissy has over there. But, and it's funny because so many of them are large. You know?
Yeah.
Oh. Anyway.
Times are a-changing.
Yeah. So how was your New Year?
It was good.
Yeah.
I didn't do anything. I stitched.
Yeah. I went New Year's Day. We had a stitch in at Common Thread, so I went down for a few hours and stitched. It was nice. Had lunch provided, which was great. So, yeah.
It's always nice there.
Yeah.
It's always nice to get to be with friends.
Yeah, quiet. You know,
I had too much fun. I mean, we took, most of Christmas came down. I would put it up early. Always seem to. And most of it was coming down by, not the day after. I mean, I like to enjoy it, but by that weekend, it was coming down.
Mine is all still up.
Well, and you do yours later.
Yeah, I do.
Just don't have that much fall.
And what's nice this year is usually I take it down by the weekend of January 1st or whatever, and I put my winter out. Well, now I don't have to worry about
doing that. No, you got your winter room.
Yeah, I have my winter room, so I can leave it up a little bit longer, and then my beachy coastal stuff goes up.
Yeah.
I have to give Gerald a break.
It's
a lot of work.
No, I mean, even for me, I do a lot of the work, but even putting the Christmas wall together, I'm like, okay, I know where I want it, just so he's hammer, I'm directions.
Yep. And Gerald's going, okay, and I'm going, no, a little bit of an inch this way.
Yeah,
you do the same thing.
Oh, yeah. And then they're just like rolling their eyes at you, like, seriously.
Well, I have a couple finishes I guess we can start with.
I have no finishes.
You've been busy.
I had fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah. Well, this is a sow that started Christmas Day, and is it going to come out again? And this is, let me get it out, I'll let you show that.
This is Stitches by Ethel, the Holly Basket Pin Keep.
And we started this as a sow at the Common Thread for, I thought about doing something really small to give us a break because we've been stitching such big sows, and it really turned out really cute. I used a piece of light green fabric that I had in my stash from Fortnite Fabrics, and I think the bow probably took me longer than some of the stitching. I'm not real good at bows, but I'm real happy with it. Now, I didn't do the border because the border is kind of square.
Oh, you just did like the snowflakes?
Yeah, and I thought, I know I have a piece of Chantel's thing, so what I'm going to do is it'll go on this.
Oh, yeah, perfect.
And I'm hoping, I think Stacy's going to do it for me, and we'll pat it a little bit, and I think it'll make a cute ornament.
I do too.
Yeah, it's
already got a hole in it. You're ready to go.
So yeah, it was on 32 count Fortnite Fabrics, and it was something called Colorway. I think it was a piece of fabric I picked up at StitchCon, but yeah, it's really cute.
Very sweet.
Very cute. And
that's adorable.
This one is the one that I had shown the middle part earlier and had not decided if I was going to do I guess the banding it would be called.
Yeah. So Blackbird Early Christmas Morning.
And I did put the year in.
Good job.
And I did put it in before New Year's Eve.
So you get that finish.
So we have that. That's the one that was missing the year. And then we have, because this is on 32 count, it is a little bit bigger. And I did talk to Terry about that, and she said it wouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
So it's kind of folded and everything, but that's the border. And I'm really anxious to see. I know most people have done it on 36 or 40, and I think Peter did his on 56 or something. And it was about
so tiny, yes.
But mine will be bigger, which is fine. And yeah,
he entered his in the fair, right?
He did. Yeah, a couple years ago, I think.
So cute.
Yeah, it is cute.
It really is pretty. Yeah. And you didn't really have a lot to have to finish, really.
No. Yeah, the year on that, and then I had to start. Unfortunately, what happened is I started this, and I realized that if there's one section in here that there's it's not the same. Mm-hmm. And I missed it.
Oh,
I just did the same. So I had to I think that's kind of persuaded me not to go back to it, but it was about a section of, so 3 inches or so that I had to rip out. But I thought, there's no reason not to finish it and do it that way.
I don't know why the frog gets us in such a tizzy.
I know.
Because once you do it, you're done.
Well, you talk about that. And the littlest piece is the frog.
I know.
On this joy piece, I must have frogged 2 different sections. And it's small. I don't know what it is.
I remember you. Yeah. She texted that. She says she had put down our current Santa, any Santa Cell project. And she's like, I'm just going to do something small. Yeah. And then, like, within 2 minutes of her starting it, she already had to frog twice. She's like, I don't even know why I did this to myself. But, well, that's beautiful.
So I'm going to leave this with you for Terry.
Okay.
Because she had.
Yep. And I have your other one. I remembered which one it was. It was that little Santa.
I will give you that. Okay.
Okay.
So that's all for finishes. Let's see. Well, we talked a little about what we've been doing. Of course, Christmas and all that. Now, I didn't know. Do you want to do haul up next?
We can.
Or do you want to do this?
Well. Sure, let's do this.
Okay, good.
Let's do this.
And I got a zip.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
All right.
And what are we talking about? I didn't bring the pattern because I said
we are stitching on for Linda and I for the sale that we started, the Any Santa sale. I'm looking for the cover on here.
And we're so thrilled that there's so many people that have joined.
Oh my gosh,
so fun!
It is so fun. I'm trying to share
all the different Santas. I mean, it's been great.
So this is Teresa Kogut. It's in her Patreon and in her specialty shop, I believe, is where I got it from.
And it's funny because on her last FlossTube, she talked about it. She was stitching it, and she's trying to finish it because she's doing the model.
Right, and she's going to release, I think she said in March or something.
She's hoping to release it at market. Yeah.
All right. Well, I should bring mine there.
Yeah, you have to. And this one here, I mean, I'm like shocked. She's just like whizzing, and she sends me pictures, and I'm going, what the heck?
Well, I mean, it's my break. So I shut down. It is my break. So it was like, then when you're stitching on something like this, I don't know, I felt like a kid. I literally feel like a kid stitching it, and it couldn't be any better of a piece to do when you're on a break because there's nothing that is stressful about it. It's nice, big chunks of color. So this is where I got to, and it's this one is stitched on 28 count, and we're gonna guess it's kind of like
it's a Joblin
khaki, or it's darker than lamb's wool.
Yep,
for sure. It's got that deep color.
Yeah, it was in my stash, and normally I have labels on it, but I didn't have a label on it, and it looked like it had a piece cut out of it. So
I love it so much.
Yeah, I don't know if I have any more, but we'll look.
I mean, I love the
you
the
love
bear.
Joblin,
I just
you love
love
Joblin too.
The Annie. Yep. I mean, I just could not love this even more.
And what I was shocked at is, I mean, I saw her. She started on the feet on the left-hand side and started going up. I'm struggling getting the bear filled in, and the next day she's got the bear done, and and I'm going, holy cow!
I think 2 days. Yesterday I do very little stitching during the day now.
Right.
Where I used to do quite a bit, but I am able to, like.
She's cute. I haven't got to her yet.
Oh, she's so cute. Yeah. I am able to, like, I would get like an outline section or just her arm, and then there was a gap. When you're stitching on this, I feel almost the same vibe as when I stitched on Patchwork Santa. Because you were focusing on, I'll do a boot and I'll do his pants.
Yeah,
and even though Patchwork Santa was more intricate and they were quilt blocks, it's almost like, oh, I can fill that section in because it's full coverage for what you're doing. So I don't know, they're my colors. Yeah. Red, white, and blue. Yeah. It's just
mine's gonna look pretty pathetic compared to yours, but I did last night. He's got an eye.
Oh, and look at that. Jeez, the details.
So mine is
your
on,
bear looks adorable.
Mine is on 32 count vintage Stormy Night, the unmodeled side. And I told her I've got to get up to the face.
You just had to get to the face.
Yeah,
and I'm over here going, I got to get to the doll. I got to get to Annie.
So last night I just got like one eye, and I thought, well, this is going to look rather strange, that one eye out in
So
the middle.
look at the difference between her tan, well, their size.
Yeah.
But look at your jacket, your coat, the tan. And mine is...
Yeah, we talked about that.
Look how dark her jacket is.
613.
613, and mine is almost ecru.
And it is. And I said to her, wait a minute, my color looks different than yours.
And then
and then I pulled out, I keep my floss in a floss away bag. Well, I had about 3 skeins in my floss away bag, and 2 of them were a little bit darker. They were older. So I thought, uh-oh, I hope I have enough of this old 613 to continue, but I think I do.
The eye looks really good.
It does look good.
So I thought tonight, what do you have to fill in there?
That's just part of the coat.
So that's easy filling.
Yeah, it's just fill in.
Tonight I'm going to start the beard.
Okay.
As far as I can go up with just the white.
Yep.
Put in a movie, do something like that, do the beard, and then if I get bored, pop down and do her other arm.
Okay. Yeah, there's a good section of beard.
But
there's
wow,
a lot
that
of
looks
beard.
so much bigger.
Yeah.
And you're on 32?
I'm on 32.
It's not that much.
That's 28.
That's a lot.
I know, but I think a lot of it is I don't have this part down here done yet.
Maybe.
So I'm curious. We were trying to figure out how tall these were going to be because she's thinking a stand-up. And I was too originally, but then the more I got to thinking about it, maybe he'd be really cute framed next to my Crochet A Go-Go Santa.
There's nothing not cute about this guy.
No, yeah,
it doesn't matter what we do to him.
Yeah.
It's just that bear. And
I
so
got
did
to
you
use my
see
new
the
bag that she gave me for Christmas.
So I don't know if you can see it because I crinkle. Since I stitch in hand, I crinkle over here. But can you see the sand stitch on his nose?
Oh, that looks good.
Yeah, a little puffy nose. I didn't go too much. So
yeah,
it was so much fun.
So as we posted, I think on Instagram, if you follow us, we're going to continue.
Yes,
Santa South.
We just have had so many people, and I posed. I think what did I do? Post the idea last time we did, and then a lot of people on YouTube had said yes, please keep it going.
Yeah,
and then the overall interest on Instagram has been absolutely fun, saying they love to stitch Santas all year. Plus, you've got Christmas in July anyway.
Sure.
So, we've been thinking about where we're
talk
going
about
with
plans as to maybe some more that are coming up.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
We'll talk about that later.
So fun. Thank you, Teresa, for such a good good design. Oh, and while we're there, before I forget. So last time I shared my Raggedy Ann, and then I think I mentioned my mom made some later in life, bigger for my kids. So these were a pattern, and a few people have shared that they remember the pattern come out. So it was 2000. It was the year Olivia was born.
Oh my God.
And they each got one of these at Christmas. So my mom made 4 girls, 2 boys.
Wow.
Like, that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot.
And they're so cute. So she was, he was Phillips. And so she's got the overalls. And if you unsnap his butt, it's got, she used her embroidery machine. So she's got that on each one. And she's missing bloomers. They're in my closet, but she had still done, is it up there? The little heart. She did hand stitch. She hand embroidered that. But she needs, sorry girl.
She was so talented. She could do anything.
My gosh. I think to her, it was the determination that these kids were going to have that. And I would have looked at that and said, I'll do one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though I can go back to rabbit days, and I probably sewed 20 rabbits. So I don't know what I'm talking about. But either way, yeah, she was always her hand stitching and everything was always so perfect. But to see all these kids, with how big, but there's a picture that I'm hoping to find for next week.
Now, did she actually make?
Yeah.
Wow.
Every bit of it.
Wow.
Yep. And then her little embroidery machine did that. So I'm going to try and find, because we never really took his off. But for this, because everything could come off and there were bloomers, so she made it in 2000. Olivia was born in 2002. So when Olivia was like 1 year old, they took all of this off and dressed Olivia up in it.
Oh,
when it was a perfect fit, and she's adorable with these little blonde things. So Olivia's like, you got to get that picture out and show them. So I'll have to see if I can find it. But, you know, the work that goes into those kind of things, you know for a fact a kid doesn't quite appreciate all of that. But knowing that she made one for every single one, I was going to say, she didn't miss. Maybe she might have not done Olivia's. I bet you that's what it was. We were still missing 2 grandkids at the time. So she made it Heather, Philip. That's probably what it was. It doesn't really matter. Still a lot of big ones. Yeah. So fun. All right. Now the funny story is those motionette Raggedy Ann and Andy's that I got for Christmas. Yeah. Everything's been going back up in the attic and whatever. Randy putting Christmas away. So I bagged them, and then he put them up I said, put them up in the attic. Then last night I said, hey, will you get me down the stuffed, I think they're in a big black bag, the stuffed Raggedy Ann and Andy. He brought down the motionettes. Oh. I'm like, no, those were the ones I wanted. You didn't specify that. I'm like, okay. But I still want them. Yeah. The others go back up. So it's like, Did they hear? Yeah. Oh, yeah. Now he's going to edit this and be all, you know, I listen. But anyways. Okay. What next? Around haul? Yeah. Around haul. I have none. Okay. The only thing a haul I have is I did go out on the first of the month when Teresa Kogut for her Patreon to look at the new ones, and I wanted to grab onto, not a huge spring stitcher by any means, but I always really liked this one, especially because she's got chickens. So I don't know whether I'll make her a stand-up. I don't know if it's going to be a stocking, but I did grab that because she's kind of right up my alley. And I could probably change the colors. I like the blue thing, but I could probably go blue and red and still make it be something that would be farmy all year. Yep. So I really like Lily's Chickens. Yeah, I think I would change that orangish thing. That's what I'm thinking. If those are in fact the colors, I'm going towards the reds. Yep. And then I think she'd be cute out here. And then, oh my gosh, I don't know how she finds these things, but I get text. Oh my. Randy's first day back to work was yesterday, and I said, well, Philip and I are going to go back to our normal. We're just going to go take a day. And so we strolled around at the mall, and our mall is basically not much at the Leesburg Mall, but they did put in a Treasure Marts. So it's a lot of stuff that isn't my taste. It's not the more antique-y one, which is down in Eustis, but anyways, it's growing and it's really big. And as we rounded the corner, Philip and I saw a Christmas booth, and in it were some Prairie Schoolers for $3. So I'm like, oh, that's one. How cute. I don't fish, but he's a Prairie Schooler, so guess what? We're going to take him. And then as soon as we went a little farther, the rest of them were all stood up. So, yeah. Now I have a couple. This one I have. What do I care? Yes, Stitch, but it's real small. It's a small one. Yeah. But I did not have this one with the Nordic. With the Noah's Ark, and I always liked that. So whether I don't know what you think. So it was 90. What do we got here? 92, 93, 97, and 98. On them, yeah. I don't know how you don't rescue these. $3. I still got the sticker on it. Oh yeah. Definitely. And I was like, does that just say $3? Yes, it does. 1, 2, 3, 4. But I mean, they're not quite stuffed the way I don't care. We've come across that because I have been given to do some things with a lot of older stuff from the 90s that a friend of mine who no longer stitches and is just giving away framed pieces, pillows, and what we're finding is that back in the 90s,
it's not stuffed like we stuff them
Yeah.
today.
I love Terry's finishing, and even when I do, I stuff it as good as I can get it.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I haven't looked at what the damage would be
if she could even.
I don't know if that's glued on. These are glued on, I can tell, but I'll take a deeper look. And other than that, I don't. If I shoved them down in baskets, I would never complain.
Yeah, exactly.
And look, he's got a lobster.
Oh yeah, he does.
He does.
Oh, he's a fisherman. Yeah, with a lobster. That's kind of cool.
But I mean, just stick them in a bowl or a basket and keep. I mean, at least she did them all the same.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, so it was a score.
So she had a find, and that's your second time finding, isn't it? Didn't you find some others?
Oh, I found several Prairie Schoolers. Yeah, no. So
okay.
Yeah.
So
we ready for WIP?
I think we are, and
parade?
You've got like probably 5 to my 1. So why don't you do a couple?
Okay. Hold on here. Let's put this over here. All right. So what I did this time was I didn't include another 2 that I'm thinking stitch or ditch.
Okay.
I don't want to make a decision, but what I did was basically made it. These are ones I would never kind of not want to stitch for the most part. So the first one is relatively new. That's the Christmas in July Plum Street, which I've shared with you guys before. This was started for Williamsburg with Jen.
Oh, yeah.
And weren't we doing a different? No, we weren't. I was thinking of the Plum Street, the fall one.
Oh, no.
So that's as far as I got, and I think I've shared that with you guys before. So, and this one is on a color and cotton. Yes, and I love it. Pearwood. I want more of that.
I meant to say, in the fall, I did get I finally got back into the monthly color and cotton. I was in it in 21 and maybe 22. And in 21, I got some 28 count, and then I had switched it to 32 count. So that's how you ended up with the 28. But it took a couple of years, but I was on the wait list, and I got back in, and oh my gosh, the January. I didn't
That
bring
first
it.
one that you got, that neutral, was it sandstone? No, what
I don't remember the name of it.
It was gorgeous.
I didn't bring it, but I got it, and it's gorgeous.
Hey, that was haul.
Yeah, it was haul. I know. And I also got my Barefoot Needlearts fabric in a quarter at the same time. So
it looked like a stormy gray.
That was a stormy, a little bit darker, which is great because most of the grays that I have are light. So I was happy to get that.
So I'm not going to go through, like we've done bags before and all that. I'm just going to move along with what my projects are. So we got some plans. Okay, so this is a biggie. You've seen this on here. I definitely want to get back
this
because I was having fun on this before Santa invaded my world. But this is the Prairie Schooler Christmas Village. The fun part is I do know of at least 3 people right now that are stitching on this for 2026. So I'm kind of happy with that. And this is where I left off with my progress. And I think I shared that with them, if not the last time, the time before that. But I'm too close on Santa. I'd like to say I finished something on Christmas break, so I'm definitely going to do that. This one is all DMC, and that is stitched on Vintage Country Mocha, which is still one of my favorites. Now, this is...
I know most of these, I think.
Of course you do. Of course you do. This is... Glendon Place Gingerbread Grove.
This is the one you talked about not doing, cutting off.
I have tried thinking about it. Isn't that I don't want to be done. And
I love it on that fabric.
I know, I do. For Christmas, I do. Is that it? Yeah. This is my progress, and I do love. I mean, it's a lot of changing floss, which is typical of Glendon Place. The end result is gorgeous. But
how far are you?
Well, I'm working on the roof, and that is really time consuming. But this is the big building, and then there's only one more, and these two
guys,
So, and this little donut hole thing, and those. So I mean, and I'm not stitching the pretzels.
Right. I remember that you were going to get charms or buttons or something to put on there.
But I was looking at it as a cop out. It was like, is there anything I could salvage here and just be done?
That's what I
Like, is there anything I could just not do? But it'd be cutting into things I've already stitched.
Right,
So
it would be.
I really like it. So we shall see. And I've got all the great, it's all DMC. I've got the cutest little pieces to go with it. Yeah, that stay in there. So we'll just, I think what it needs is a break. I think it needs a Christmas break or something.
Yeah.
I wish there was a little Santa in there.
Yeah.
It would count. That's what I would say. All right. Now, Halloween. This is a silly one. Had it forever. Olivia wanted it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's by Roveris. And I think it's called Skeleton Mermaid. Anyways. I got bored. I got bored with the grits. I mean, it's only a few colors. It's really, it's really cute. I don't have that much to do. So we shall see. I have her birthday always that would work out good. But I think I'm going to need some challenges this year. I think I'm going to need you to be like, okay, it's this one and finish. Because this one's not.
Orders.
Yeah, I've got her body to do and some of his, but
he's not really. I mean, you've got.
No, he's mostly done.
Yeah, he's mostly done except for the legs.
I wish I could chop him at the thing.
Well, you could.
I probably could.
You could.
I'm not sure I care for that as much. But it's got his peg leg. I don't know. Either way, I have more Halloween ones than of any WIPs. Mm-hmm. That's that. This is another one that everybody goes, just get it done. Haunted House Sampler. Yeah. This was a sale. Mm-hmm. Haunted House Sampler sale. I did notice a couple people, it took about a few years, but I did notice a couple people last year, finish it up. I wasn't one of them.
I trying to remember. I think there was a girl at the shop that finished this up.
And this is stitched on, I know it's called Grasshopper, but who does that? Hand-dyed 32 count Belfast Grasshopper. And I do love this. I really do.
Yeah, it looks great on there.
I really do. Sorry, I did not do any of the ironing. But
wow. So your border on that one side is all done, and the top and the house.
Yeah, I got the border all the way around except the one side.
Right.
Yeah. Now, the only other thing I could do would be this.
No. You need to finish it.
Anyways, I do love it. Yeah. I really, really do, and I don't have any Halloween type samplers, and it's
that would look good, really framed in black frame.
But all that's done. So yeah, right?
Yeah.
Anyway, so that's that. And of course this came as a kit from Twin Peak Primitives. And I think I changed 2 of the oranges to cloves. I love that color. Came with this really cool little jack-o'-lantern dude. Oh. Yeah. But is it Colonial Copper? Either way, it's a good one. No. Fragrant Cloves by Sampler Threads. Gentle Arts, yeah. I love Fragrant Cloves. You want to do some now?
Yeah, I'll do one.
All right. Got any Halloween in there?
I have no Halloween in here.
Aww.
But I have a bag from Jennifer.
Oh, yeah. Look at that start you had.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Big start. Okay.
I forgot.
This is Praiseworthy Stitches Sleigh Ride. I actually put these in order. Date order.
Did you?
Yeah,
date order?
Well, I didn't have that
had
many.
holiday order a little bit.
Oh, did you?
Kind of.
This was a WIP, or I'm sorry, a SAL with Stacy 911 Stitcher and Memphis Sarah. And I started it in January of last year. And I will tell you, I
started it last January?
Last January.
This is not like you.
I know. Well, I don't remember what came up. Oh, I know. I was going to take it to Barefoot Needlearts, which I did in February. And I did talk to Stacy a little bit about it because it calls for a lot of Krynic. And I know you can't see the outline of the pond, but
Yeah,
The pond is in Krynick, and I struggled with it. And finally, what I did is I went and got, somebody has adjusted the treasure braid from Rainbow Gallery, and it was really good. It made the difference, so I could at least finish the pond. Yeah. And I had talked to Stacy about it, and I think she was going to do the same thing. But I love it on this fabric. Yeah. It's vintage Stormy Night, and I used the mottled side. I think it's, yeah, I started it. Yeah, it's funny because I went through and I thought, wow, I really started that in January of last year.
I saw the model at Nashville.
Yes.
And it really doesn't do it justice. The cover, I know none of them do, but it was Santa's Sleigh. Is that what this one has?
It's just called Sleigh Ride.
Okay, yeah, Santa's Sleigh caught my eye because it's all Krynick through the rains. She does a beautiful job of just blending enough. It's nothing is screaming out at you like beads, and you know. And for me, I'm more primitive, so it was gorgeous. And the houses, if you could, the sides of the houses have so much detail. But I had it. You know, I left Nashville with it, and then you had it, and then I thought it was so funny, and I'm glad that was one I did not jump on that sale. Just because I wasn't ready for it.
There's an awful lot of white.
Beautiful. Yes, it's beautiful. An awful lot of white. And if the fabric is good to stitch on, then you're good to go.
And this is, I don't know if you can see it. Let me see if I can take this out. Let me show you this bag.
Oh, that's such a good bag.
Is
yes, Cricklewood Crossing.
And there's some stuff in there. That's such a good
great
bag.
Santa bag. We just need her to make one with a pan. Well, she has the panel with it, but we need to.
Oh yeah.
Get some squares. Just saying, how cool would that be?
Go ahead.
I mean, we have our bag. All right, so I'm still on Halloween. Done a couple. This. Oh no, this is fall. So this is the sale for. What did we call the birthday sale for Jen and Diane?
Gather for a birthday sale.
Gather for a birthday sale, the Gather Inn by Plum Street. We started this in October. I did get a start on it, but once we got done, I knew I wouldn't be able to get back to it, so I moved along. And you guys got much farther than me. You've shown that before. Like, my goodness, look at a wrinkle. But not bad, for, I mean, maybe a couple weeks time or a week's time. It wasn't terrible. But you are like, whoop, flying.
Well, I think I've got the one big, I've got the house done.
Yes,
and I've got the words done. I'm going to show mine in a little bit.
But, I love it.
I had to stop it to start something else. I don't remember which sal it was, but anyway.
And I think that is 20 mushroom. Yeah, I stuck with the same because of my Liberty's Welcome. So that's all in the same thing. And then I have, I just need to finish.
Oh, yeah.
So this is my second, I've only done one other one. I've only done the mouse. This is my second animal cracker. And I love seeing everybody who's got like all of them done. It kills me. So this is what, nettle? Nettle? Yeah, nettle. And I did pretty good. I was going strong. So it wouldn't take me too long to just go ahead and finish her up this year.
Yeah, you need to get her done before Halloween.
Yeah, absolutely. She's so cute.
Jen's done a few of those, hasn't she?
She's got definitely more than me. I think she's maybe got 3 done, 3 fully finished. And those are all the called floor. And I don't know what the fabric is, because I do like that. Here we go. Grace Notes fabric, Lugana sandstone, 32 count sandstone. I don't think I'm stitching with. I guess it is still with 2 threads. You got more?
Yeah, I'll do next.
All right, let's do your next one.
Well, this is a big bag. And I have to show this bag.
Oh, I remember this.
I know. This is a bag that we got. I think it was your first year at StitchCon. And somebody had come over to my friend. Oh my gosh, I'm going to forget her name.
I remember her coming over and you freaking out.
Wanted it. She had wanted it, but she thought she turned it down. And I went, wait a minute, I'll take it. Let me see.
It is gorgeous.
I'm going to back it. Unfortunately, what happened with it, I had gone to a retreat over Brick City at the time. It was left on the floor and it got wet. And some of that ran.
Oh. Yeah.
But anyway, this is a sal that we started.
They started. I was supposed to be a part of. All right.
And this was autumn at Hawk Run. And it was going to be for any Hawk Run.
Any Hawk Run,
Yeah.
yes. And we were all, Jen and I are doing the farms.
Yep.
And you're doing auto.
Right. Now, I wasn't doing all of it. I picked out, I think it was 6 of the squares to do. So I started at, and the top. So I started at the top. And this is on 32 count Golden Harvest by
That's beautiful.
Atomic Ranch. And that's as far as I got. And we started that back in March after market.
You were going gangbusters there for a bit.
For a while. Now I did change some of the colors. I wanted a different color for the pumpkins that she had, and so hopefully I made
used
notes
that classic colorworks we like.
Yeah, that's one of them. Yeah, so I'll get back to that one.
Absolutely, this is up your alley.
Yeah,
this is not a I won't return.
Yeah, no, but I love this bag. It is just
yes. So while we're talking here, this is Carriage House Samplings,
yes,
which is Marty Barrick and Kathy Barrick, and yes, so our deepest condolences for they lost their mother right near New Year's, just a couple days ago. And anyways,
and we both have met her.
We have met her, and she was the sweetest woman. So just heartfelt condolences to their family right now going through that. You know, I mean, what a beautiful legacy. 101 years.
I'll never forget. She'd come into the shop with, not Kathy, Marty, and she came in, and she was always so funny. Jean, the old owner, she would walk around with her, and she'd say, "That's my granddaughter." on the charts that were Liz Matthews. She was
oh yes,
very sweet.
Yeah. It's nice to see a family affair get into everything like that. So,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Yep.
Okay, there we go. This is a start and it's not a give up. It's like your fall one.
Oh.
This is Crochet a Go-Go.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, and I know I don't have the pattern.
Okay.
You know what it is? It's in my, when I came up to you the one time, I had it in the bag and I had all my Crochet a Go-Go's together. But anyways, if you remember last year, she came out with, I think it was called a Halloween sampler too. I'm pretty sure. And my bag I got a lot of stuff going on because we had one of these for the threads. And I had all my witchy cards from Team Egner. I mean, it was a big.
And this is another.
And it's another Sal.
Yep. And
another Sal. So
this is Jennifer Cricklewood Crossing.
Right. And I'm doing this one with, there were several people. There was actually a couple of Sals going around.
Yep.
So, and of course, this is Teresa Kogut fabric. But there's a lot of detail if you've ever done a Crochet a Go-Go in her borders.
But her borders are so good.
They really are. I mean, I really had fun doing it. It wasn't like it. So I definitely will get back to it this year. And Jen got me those cute needlewinder boots. So it's a good one. A real good one.
Her Christmas one that just came, was it the Christmas one?
Yes, that was beautiful.
It was beautiful. Now, I did her winter sampler, and it was so much fun.
Yeah, you've done too.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
No, just the winter sampler. That's the only one. The Santa was a Crochet a Go-Go. Or Santa that we
I was thinking you had 2 of the big ones you did. All right, what else you got?
Well, this one you probably haven't seen, and there's not much to see.
That's a cute bag.
I got, I don't know why, but I guess I was in between things, and so I thought, I'm going to pull out, and it's an Etsy.
Oh, I have seen. I remember.
Yeah, and it's an Etsy, and I don't have hardly anything. I mean, I've got like 10 stitches in it, so there's nothing to show.
Right.
But
cross stitch with art. Let's see, turtle.
I mean, there's basically, maybe 12 stitches in this thing. So I mean, there's nothing.
Right.
But it's on a gray.
The sea turtle's worth showing.
It's on
the
Vapors.
bling.
Yeah, I love that sea. I bought
cute.
a couple of those, and actually, Years ago, when I first started watching FlossTube, I think, Southern Girl Stitching? Georgia Girl Stitching.
Oh, Georgia Girl Stitching.
Megan. I sent her one. And I've noticed a couple times she'll use it on her stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, there's no stitches in there.
Yeah, there's not
Just
many
like
stitches.
Just a little.
But it is a WIP. I actually didn't bring two that I had like 2 stitches in.
Well, I hear you on that. I'm like, a couple of them I thought, like with the sale of Hawk Run, I'm like, oh, but I'm like, nope, that's kit. So I've already separated for a kit parade.
Okay.
Because that's a whole different category. Okay. It's a whole different beast in and of itself.
Oh yeah, that I've got.
Okay. So your tiny little start is a little bit like mine. This is one of my favorite bags. Linda got me.
Yeah,
I love that bag. The tomato bag. Yeah. And this is something I was doing with Tina Egner. And this is Heartstring Samplery. His Eyes on a Sparrow, which I love. It really just goes with everything in my life. And I can't say it was a terrible start.
You got more than
I got a corner.
Yeah.
I got a corner started. There's just not much to see. Now I will say I love this fabric.
Yeah, and what do you know what you're stitching that on?
Yeah. Hold on a moment. I do somewhere.
Because that's really pretty.
Isn't that pretty? I don't know if it's stuck in here. Maybe I don't have it. Look at.
That is a big
piece of fabric. It's a yard. It's a whole
it's a
yard.
whole yard. Okay.
I guess I'm sorry, Peter. I failed you many times over with forgetting. I don't know, but I love it.
It is.
The fabric is gorgeous.
It really is.
So, anyways, yeah. So that's a nice big sampler that'll be probably a little bit of time before I do that. So, all right, now what you got?
Well, I've got my next one. We started, and I think you finished maybe. This is the sal that we had with Christine, Hollis Hands Creates, and this is Summer Moon by Plum Street.
Okay.
And I've got.
I didn't do this one, but I did. I did the sal.
Yeah,
with
you didn't
her.
do this one.
I didn't do it this year. I did it the year before when I finished Liberty's Welcome. So this is Plum Street.
Plum Street Summer Moon.
Summer Moon.
And I've got the one. I know it's the same house. You know, I've got the bigger portion of the house done, and I guess the other one too. 2 of them.
Jeez, you're so close on a few of these.
Yeah. Yeah. So I've got the house in the middle, the one on the left, the bunny, and then so I really just have that right hand side to finish the rest of the house, and then all that grass on the bottom.
Reds are just—they're
beautiful.
Ugh.
Yeah, they're beautiful.
Did you see that Rika finished her?
Yes, that is beautiful.
What was that?
Isn't that
Harvest
her?
Moon? What was that one that she did?
Autumn Moon.
Autumn
the newest one.
Yes, she finished that little bad boy. And it's gorgeous. The brickwork is gorgeous.
Yeah, I really enjoyed. Of course, I love houses, but I love houses that have bricks. Or the windows, because it kind of breaks up the rest of the stitching. It's a little bit.
Gives it such good detail.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. Well, this is a for sure finish. I don't have any doubts that it'll be. It should have been a 2025 finish.
I know.
Absolutely should have been, and it will be early on. My goal for this one would be is finish the Santa, finish Nashville. I have 2 little small things to complete, and once those are done, finish this up. So this is Brenda Keyes, the Sampler Company. I Went to Church is the name of the pattern, and I'm just not ashamed, but it's too close to at this point, and I absolutely love it. So it'll be a finish.
You should give yourself a goal after market.
I'm going to do it as soon as I'm done stitching for market. I'm done.
Have you got most everything? Well, I still have.
Yes, I have. So this is stitched on Sampler Gold too.
I love Sampler Gold.
I do too. Let me show that to you one more time because it's just so good.
Your bags are going to cover your face pretty soon.
Yeah, I love sampler gold, and I bought enough of it for so many of them, and I've already got the next one kitted up. So kit parade coming soon. But all that's left is some little a tree. I think it's just that I've shown it before, but that tree over there that takes some counting. And I didn't want to do that at the retreat.
No.
And then the bottom, so literally it's
now sampler gold. Color and Cotton has a sampler gold. Who is this? You know? Is it Color and Cotton?
I have another bag that have all the models and all the sampler gold. So
because I know that because I had gotten some of their sampler
I'll pull
gold.
it next time.
Yeah, it would be interesting.
That's a 28 count sampler gold, and I love it. And then I just remember her saying they're not going to have it anymore. They're not going to make it. So I was trying to buy whatever pattern I had, as many of it as I could.
Right.
So, but that one will be a finish early on.
I only have one left, so keep going.
Okay. All right. This is a Sal. You did the middle.
Oh, I did, yeah. And somebody showed, and I don't remember who I watched last night. Oh, the girls from Welcome Stitchery. The new one is out. The Christmas one. And I got it. And
oh, did you get it?
Yeah. Oh, but I think I'll do the same thing with it that I did with the other Stitch the Middle.
The Christmas one, yeah. It's not that I wish I hadn't done this one. I just, when I saw the Christmas one, I'm like, ooh, I like that one even more. So this is the Summer Quaker. I really was enjoying stitching on it. I have to admit it.
You love Quakers, so
I love Quakers, and I love the blue.
Yeah, the blue. Oh, yeah. I know. Every time I see yours, the border. I mean, I love it.
It really is. It really is fun. I mean, you definitely have to be on your game a little bit for some of that, but I have a good time with it. I think you got to be in the right mood sometimes. But I definitely don't want to give up.
No, that's too much. I mean, you've got so much of that border done that it looks.
I'm not sure why I thought I wanted. I'm not a nautical girl.
I know.
That part. But the village and
the village.
I don't know. Ode to marine life when we were in Stewart down there on the Treasure Coast. That's what it'll be, I guess. Anyhow, and this has, what was this, the frog one that you got me?
I think I got that's I had Jennifer do that. I think I gave it to you.
This is another Cricklewood crossing. I love the frogs. We had a good go with frogs and toads.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so. And this is just on cream Lugana. Okay, I'm tight here. Cat hair.
Well, when I was pulling mine out to go through them and try to do stuff, I found stuff that didn't even belong in that bag. And I have no idea how I got in. Yeah.
All right, and this one, you know, Peter's going to tease.
Oh.
But this is Modern Folk Embroidery from 2021, Fruit of Plenty. I used, my two DMC colors were 924 and 926, and they're absolutely my favorite. And I have a good chunk, but not enough of a chunk, and it'll be on my wall one day. I say that every year, but it will.
Yeah. Oh. Beautiful. I love those blues too.
They're just, I mean, I've seen a lot of colorways. I've seen, but this is still my favorite. Yeah. I could see reds.
Yeah.
I could see it because I love both of those, but this is really, to me, very calming to the eye. So, basically what you're looking at, to me now at this point, 2 years of you and me doing that, are my absolute favorites. And I would put this almost in last place now, as far as like what my priorities would be.
And that's something I guess you have to go through. And I'm more of a seasonal stitcher, so probably what would happen, that's what's drawing me to Sleigh Ride, because it's winter.
It's winter.
And then I'm not sure about and then as we get warmer, I would probably finish up that little turtle. I mean, I'm so much of a seasonal stitcher.
Yeah, it's just, and I think I think it's just all of a sudden it resonates in you that this is my taste.
Yeah.
This is, I veer off and then I come back.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's,
yeah.
So even when we said I could literally stitch Santas all year because that's, I have so much fun with it.
Oh yeah, and I think I told you, so when we were I was going through looking for one of these charts that we're going to talk about later in my Christmas file, and I told her, I said, oh my gosh, I have so many Santas that are vintage Santas, Mosey and Me's, and
oh my gosh,
that I want to stitch. So I mean, I could probably stitch Santa all year. Yeah,
and I like it. I mean, I like feeling that it's a lot of the ones that I design when it comes to the bigger pieces. They're kind of intricate. Maybe not a lot of color changes, but they're little people and this. So to be able to stitch up that Santa like that, it was like, ooh, this is fun. You know, this is another one. This is the Mayflower, Brenda Gervais.
Oh, I remember last year.
Every year. I don't even know where the cover is anymore. I mean, it's in here.
Women of the Mayflower.
Women of the Mayflower, a big old sal that I had to do.
And that was actually a sal that was started when it first came out. And it was for so many days where you would begin on a day and you would have to end by the time
you had a destination. Yes, it was a year long, right?
Yeah.
Something like that. And I remember this piece was, this was right when Mom passed. She had started and got a different chunk done. I got all the words in, but literally, I didn't order mine from Brick City. Or I would have. I wasn't even visiting Brick City as much, you know. So it was when we saw it, I had asked my mom, I'm like, I knew who Brenda Gervais was. I didn't really realize how big she was, but I knew that those kits were going to go. So I'm like, we must do this. And we did, but you know, everybody, you finished. I just did not. And this goes back to tape being So this is where I'm at.
So you've got all of the people done.
Yeah, all the people are in there. I'll start at the top. Yeah, I do have that tape.
Masking tape.
Times were desperate, man. 2020, it was COVID. You're lucky you could do anything. So, and it's very light, so it doesn't show up super good. My mom made me this bag. I mean, everybody had to have everything perfect, so we found the Mayflower fabric, and I'm down to, I just got to do the top and bottom.
Yeah.
And then pray that we can just cut the tape off. That's what we're gonna do.
You got plenty of room.
He's just going to cut the tape off for me. So, it's a must do. It just doesn't call to me. I wish it did.
I keep it hanging in my hallway all year, and because
I've
told
and
this
I love
story before. When I was stitching this, I think this is when I was stitching this, I am also on the the church in Utah that has the hereditary site. And I can't remember the name of it, but I've been on that for years, searching for background on my mom's side.
Yeah,
because it was always told that we did have some Indian in the background. And as I was stitching that, I got a notice from them that they had found my 10th great grandfather.
Wow. Yeah.
So
you modified yours.
I didn't modify that one. I had started the first Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right.
The Twin Peaks, first Thanksgiving.
Yes.
And I modified the bottom of it to put his name on it.
Yeah.
He came over on the Mayflower as a single man. Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
So cool.
Yeah. Just you got one and I got one.
Yeah, I got one and one.
Okay.
Go for it.
This is another Plum Street, and this is the one that you had showed earlier.
Oh yes. The Gather In.
This is the Gather In. This was the birthday sal that I topped them all into.
Yes.
Because when we were at Stitch, Florida, I'd been wanting to start that, and Jessica, Sweetwater Stitcher, was there.
Oh, gosh, yes.
And so I went over, and she was stitching on it, and I had kind of mentioned it to Jen and Diane, and they're kind of iffy, and I said, just go look at hers. So they went over and looked at hers, and both of them went, okay, we're in. So this is the Gather In. I think I've got...
I mean, you got all the stars up there.
I got all the stars. I've got the words. The house is mostly done except for the cutout with the horse, and that's kind of where I started.
And I got some good grass done.
You got a lot of. I have not
you
got any
good grass.
Yeah.
And I think Jen has the pumpkins all in
She
the
does.
barn.
She has the horse, the pumpkins. Yes.
Yeah. But your fabric is perfect for
I
this.
love
it.
fabric.
Love it.
It's this was.
I wish mine was a little darker.
It's a 32 count Sun-Kissed by Barefoot Needlearts. It was actually one of their fabric of the quarters, and it's kind of a, what would you call it, yellowish green?
It is. It has a hue. There's a hue of green in it. But not too much.
No.
It's gorgeous.
And I know Diane is stitching it on the same fabric because she's in that that club too. But that's my last one.
All right.
So as I was saying, I've got so many big ones, and you do too.
Oh, this isn't even patriotic. This is one I just wasn't ready to let go yet. I do enjoy stitching on it. I just need to find the time and I just love it. But Quaint Rose Needlearts. I love a good red work. I can't say I'm starting to not enjoy certain samplers, but I definitely have a taste.
Yeah.
It's definitely, I have a taste for the Brenda Keys. There's just certain ones in red work, but I haven't stitched on in a really long time, and I've seen the finishes, and I don't even know which way it goes. I think it goes like this. Kind of think I was working my way. No. I don't know, or I worked enough. But either way, it's not a huge start, but it's not a small one.
Now, is that the bottom of the border?
Yeah,
okay.
I think this is where it starts coming across here.
There. Okay.
So, and I started some of the vining on the left. So, the problem is right now is spring is meshed with market and then typically retreats after. And so a lot of the spring stitching just gets kind of cast aside. So we shall see. But those are my WIPs. The only one that I pulled apart was what was the one? I did it at a Brick City retreat. Mary Clayton. Hands Across the Sea, Mary Clayton. I do love it, but I pulled it aside because I'm just not sure.
In love with it.
If it were finished, I'd be so happy. But it just, it's not calm. The whole thing.
The last time you got to share, let me see if I can get it. And this is your late,
I love
birthday present. And yes,
you had one too.
I know, I got two of them.
I love it.
It is so big and roomy.
You know me and totes.
Yeah, I do.
And all the old-fashioned candy.
Yeah. And we were down at the Sarasota retreat, and a girl had this bag.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, everybody's going, oh, well, they're on sale. So, everybody in there is ordering bags. So I got mine, and then it went on sale again. And I thought, okay, I got to get Chrissy one now.
Oh, my gosh.
And you know the story that not everything is in there.
Yeah.
But had some issues with a couple of things on Etsy. So they're all at the bottom. And you might recognize some of that paper.
Oh, yes, good for you.
Yeah,
there should
be 3, and they're little. One of them. Oh, now this, I hope you like him.
Oh, he's gorgeous.
Isn't he cute? Now, I have to tell you the story behind him.
Look at him.
He is actually whittled by, her name is Whitney.
I can tell.
She posted them on Instagram, and I immediately messaged her, and I got it late too, but I got it, and I believe she's Christy from Floss and Cousins' daughter, and she whittles.
Neat.
She has snowmen, Santa, and they're just so
He is
cute.
gorgeous.
Yeah.
Look at his eyes.
I know.
I always wanted a whittled Santa.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's cool.
Well, I thought you would.
My grandfather used to whittle.
Did? Oh.
But we got ducks.
Oh.
I mean, they're good.
Yeah,
they're good.
Yeah.
But it was so funny because it gave him something to do. Like Grandma was of the either get something to do or because you're making me crazy. And she had all her crafts, so he took a woodworking thing and he did ducks and birds. But it was so funny because then he would take flip it over. He finally started putting them on bases. He'd flip it over with a big black marker. To Chrissy from. But that is,
yeah, he's cute.
That's cool. Very cool. I love him.
I know, he's kind of cool.
What a cool skill.
I know.
I'd probably cut my fingers off.
Yeah. Oh, I definitely couldn't do it.
No. Ooh, thank you.
If you turn it over, it has your name on that little thing.
And I love this company.
Do you?
Yes.
I've never bought from them before.
Yes, I have before.
Okay.
From Randy. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Aw. I don't have a Christmas charm bracelet. Guess what I'll be, and then it's got a little kind that has my initials on it.
Yeah.
That's really cute.
It is cute.
Yeah, I've seen them on Instagram.
That's where I saw it.
Yep. And I showed my husband one time. It just had a C. And I'm like, I really like that. So.
Yeah. I hope you like this one. I bought it because it was red.
Ooh, do we love it?
Now, I'm not so sure about the insert, but I love the little basket.
Oh my gosh, it's gorgeous. That is so cute. I like the insert.
I wasn't sure if you would or not.
I mean,
I figured if you didn't, you can always take it out. Yeah.
That is so pretty.
Little Longaberger.
I love that. That's really cool. I've never had a red one.
I have never seen a red one.
No, the only one I saw that you had the red and white stripe that you came across.
Yes.
I did. There are some things with Longaberger that I did not know they even made.
I know.
Let alone like lamps. Like I know now, but there's something the other day. Somebody on the Longaberger Facebook page that she shared. The mother shared. My kids know me. I guess she was.
Saw that
did you see that she was looking for something? It was either.
I saw
but
that
it was
too,
big.
and I've never seen anything like that.
It was like a big. I can't say it was a coffee table or something. But it was massive. It was massive. I'm like, I didn't even know they did that. Look at the inside.
Yeah, it's so big inside.
I can't wait. That's cool.
Yeah. It's a little late for Christmas, but you have it for next Christmas. You're welcome.
Adorable. All right, plans.
Plans.
I think that's where we're at.
Yeah, we are at plans.
Well, a lot of mess, and I
next,
have mine.
Next week, next weekend, there is a 3-day retreat at the Common Thread. This will be the first one that Laura's doing on her own.
Okay.
So it'll be cool. I probably won't get there. I'm signed up. I'll probably get there maybe Friday or Saturday. We'll see how that goes. But I'm not signed up for 3 days. And then really after that, I've got to get with you on something over here that I need to get started on.
Yeah.
And then the end of January, we've got the 1-day retreat.
Yes. Excited.
Jill's got a birthday coming up in a couple weeks.
Oh, him and Randy are close. I didn't know they had the same birthday. Yeah.
Other than that, not much.
I hope January stays how it's been so far. I pumped up the Nashville early last year so that I could enjoy Christmas, and I did.
Yeah.
That was so nice. And now it's getting a little busier again, and Randy was printing last night. But other than that, I mean, I've been enjoying the time so much, and I don't want to leave my Santa.
No, I mean, and that is in plans.
Yeah.
So these.
Yes.
Do we talk about that?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I could just say we didn't talk about it, but we shared last FlossTube. We shared. I had used to collect homespun elegance, the cinnamon sticks Christmas. There's cinnamon stick stockings. That's hard to say. And there's cinnamon stick Christmas. And I shared about 5 I had collected. You were going to look in your stash. She didn't see what she wanted in stash.
So one's on order.
So one's coming from eBay. And it's just our goal as one of our, I feel like it would be the one I would start next. But I have chosen this one. And it is called Santa is a Star. But I like the patriotic flair that's in it and his pipe. So he's going to be where I head first. And so I guess I'll probably think about kitting them up, but I gotta tell you, I still love that color. I wonder if I could pull off stitching them next to it.
You might.
Because there's plenty of fabric there.
Sure.
And I think these are smaller than what
they think.
I think. I don't know. But
and I had one in my stash. I wasn't real crazy about it, so I went on eBay and found the one that I want to start. So it's on order, and he's going to be he's a little bit different than these. And what I also liked was there was a stitched Santa, the pillow that said Santa.
Yeah, yours has a variety.
Yeah, it does.
Does this one come with anything else? A couple of them do have more than one thing, but I don't think this one does. No, this is just the Santa itself with the toy sack. And I don't know that I'm going to stitch that tree, to be really honest, over here.
Oh, no.
I think I'm ditching the tree. Yeah. I will do the flag.
Yeah.
But other than that, I know Diane already started one.
She did, yeah.
So she had one. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, she sent me a picture. I don't remember which one it is, but she was already started.
Right.
And in fact, when she saw our last FlossTube, she went in and looked. She had one that was already all kitted up.
Yeah. I keep looking at the hole on my wall that I took down over up there. There's a picture that goes this way, but anyways, I'm getting it taken care of. Yeah. But, well, we can't thank you enough for watching our Christmas home tours. They're always fun. Yeah. They're always a lot of fun to do. And I realized, wait a minute, we're going to have to do a winter tour just separate of your winter room because it usually was much more because we had all your winter in there.
I know. Yeah.
And so yours, I'm like, why does it feel like hers was less than last year? And that's why she has an entire room dedicated to winter. So we'll do that next time at Linda's. We'll do a little tour there. But we appreciate everybody's likes and subscribes, so and
it's just so humbling.
Yeah,
I mean, it's really and it's been so fun. So I know I'm at the shop more than she is, a couple times a week sometimes, and always somebody coming in and the nicest comments and stuff. And it's just really. And
I did watch Sully Stitch's Christmas home tour, and she's just got stuff like everywhere.
I know.
But I fell in love with her dang Santas in that hutch.
In the hutch, yeah.
Jeez, I can't remember what the name of them were, but man, oh man, I just love that everything looks like it's all got its perfect little place. And I really like the fact that in her bedroom, I always feel like if it's a bedroom, it gets bedroom stuff. If it's a living room, it gets living. And I've done some reaching out in that area, but man, I love that she had they were almost like cookie jars and risers on her on her dresser, and I'm like, that is phenomenal. So next year, my goal is bedroom.
Oh, really?
And I don't know. It's a little hard with our situation, but you got angels on the wall. You got memorabilia on the wall.
I do. And a bunch of Paula Vaughns. But I told her I'm kind of running out of room in the living room, dining room area for stuff on the walls. Yeah. So it may end up being.
I'm telling you, we're gonna have to venture in a different room. I did put a little in the bathroom this year, and it's just. I don't know. I think you have to just. Now, we haven't been in Tara's bathroom. She didn't take us in the bathroom.
Oh, okay.
but I mean, I really enjoyed it. Kudos to her. I liked listening.
I love listening to her.
And her little wall racks are, so great. But my favorite part was not so much the stitching everywhere was phenomenal, but I just loved that her bedroom had everything. Yeah. And she had the big trees, and I feel like I have a lot, but she's got full-size ones in there, and I used to do that, and it just made me it was lovely. It was just beautiful. It was fun. So other than that, okay, I guess 2 weeks.
Hopefully 2 weeks. We'll see.
Okay, we'll see how everything goes, but I think we'll see you at Linda's house next time for a winter bedroom tour.
I'll have to clean it up.
And and hopefully I will be finished. I'm going to say, I shouldn't say that out loud, but I am really hoping for a finish of that. Finished. And you should have some fully finishes back from Terry. And I think your drum should be soon. Yeah. That's a fall one.
And then I've got one to take to our framer. So.
Yeah. So we'll be ready.
We'll be back in a couple weeks, hopefully.
All right. Everybody have a blessed 2026, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.
Bye. Don't forget to floss.